Alright guys, so before we start the video, I want to just say that, as you know, the intro wasn't there, and that's because I've been working on a new one. Because, as you know, we recently hit 50 subscribers, so I decided I want to just make a new intro for you guys. So, personally, I really like the intro. I want to know your opinions on it. So yeah, here, roll the intro. So what's up guys, back from the video. Today guys, we're going to be talking about should Serena come back to Pokemon Journeys. So, I've been meaning to make this video ever since my my Pokemon proof that Serena is going to be coming back to Pokemon Journeys video came out. And that's because I've really changed my perspective and verdict on the subject. And I've been really meaning to make an update video on just what I think of it now, because I've changed my opinion, because I don't really think that it would be the most logical choice. And let's just get into the video. So today's topics, we're going to be talking about my opinion. If they return, how would they have her return? What was said in Tetsuyajima's XY ending interview, and my final verdict. So yeah, let's start on my opinion. So my opinion is, I don't think Serena should return to Journeys, because personally, I want Serena to stay in the anime and not leave again. So I think they should have her stay, and when she returns, and having her stay in Journeys just wouldn't really make any sense, because her goal is to become Kalos Queen, and that's one of the main reasons why I like Serena as a character, because of her goal, which is to be Kalos Queen. And then I liked how she really developed the goal and the way she developed it, and I wouldn't want that to be ruined for bringing her to Journeys and having her journey with Ash for really, all in all, no reason at all, for her just to stay with him. That's what I really wouldn't want them to do, and I couldn't really I don't want them to do that in the anime. So I mean, I'll be fine with other characters returning, like Misty, Brock, all them. They can return, but if Miss Serena returns and they don't keep her in the anime, that just wouldn't make sense to me, because you'll see what Yujima said in the interview. But so yeah, that's what I think. As always, let me know what you think in the comments. But yeah, so the next topic we'll be talking about is, if they bring her back, how would they bring her back? So there's many ways I think the anime would bring her back, but a way that I would want them to bring her back is, Serena's in Hoenn, right? Dawn's in Hoenn too. Well, as of the last time we saw her. Well, we saw her in Unova, but I think she went back to Hoenn. So if Serena and Dawn are in Hoenn, then they could potentially meet up in a contest somewhere. They could become friends, and this is where my opinion splits in two. They could either travel together and then meet, and then they can eventually, the two of them, meet up with Ash again, and then Dawn helps Ash and Serena's relationship advance, or Dawn could meet with Serena one time, and then Serena could tell the story of Dawn could be not doing well in the contest, and Serena could tell Dawn to never give up, and Dawn remembers that line from when Ash said it. And then after the contest, they they meet back up, and let's just say they have a sleepover, or they camp together for the night. And then Serena tells Dawn about the story on how she met Ash and blah blah blah, all that. And then Dawn gave Serena some advice on had a, well, inevitably win Ash's heart. So yeah, that's what I want would happen. What I think would actually be pretty cool, and also a pretty cool way to introduce Dawn back into the series. What I think they would do it. I feel like Ash would be. They could either have Ash be like going to watch a contest because he wanted to reminisce of his memories, or he even saw Serena on the poster or something like that. And so he was to the contest and he saw Serena, and then after the contest he went to go find her, and they met back up. There was some stuff that happened. One thing I would want would happen is to have more, if they really wanted to advance this relationship, to have more Ash parts, meaning to have more parts to show Ash is actually wanting this to happen, and he's not just quote unquote a good friend. So yeah, that's what I think would happen. So yeah, let's get on to the interview, because that's where the kind of action, that's where it's kind of explained. Like this is in it's called the Pokemon XYZ director Tetsuya Ujima full interview. I'll even read what the interviewer is saying. Hi dear friends, while I was going through the internet, I found that Tetsuya Ujima. Okay, no, ignore that part. Tetsuya Ujima. The kissing is indeed meant to be Serena kissing Ash, and his reaction is surprised awe. Likewise, you are meant to hope and assume the two of them are going to be a couple later. I'm just saying, this is direct quotes. The idea to have a romance subplot apparently came from the producer Sakashi Kanda. Sorry if my Japanese pronunciation isn't the best. Who came up with the idea of portraying things through a female's lead admiration for Ash, which then led to the suggestion that they had a flashback to a childhood meeting with romantic implications. I did not know how long the series would last, only that it would have to end when the next games came out. Alon was always meant to be part of the main series. The reason the 4 Mega Evolution special episodes were made was because it would be difficult to set up his backstory and development in the series itself. So I came up with the idea of giving him his own episodes that could establish his character. The idea to give these episodes a Mega Evolution theme came later and was also my idea. Also, Alon is meant to be an Anakin Skywalker type of character, someone who turns to the dark side to protect loved ones. Ash's design was primarily and the idea of the sideburns were taken from the character in video games named Red. Yeah, like his hat and stuff is the same. I wanted to make a bond between Ash and Greninja a major part of the story, but I felt like it would be difficult to do so. If I had to remain Greninja, and so I went to Game Freak. So if it had to remain Greninja, and so I went to Game Freak, and they came up with an idea of a Sanoko transformation. It was put in the Sun and Moon game, but we created it during the discussion. I don't know what that means, but when the series started, I knew that the series had to wrap up everything in only a year, and we did a meeting to basically set up how the year would go. I can never say this word. I implied that this is the reason why there are minimal filler in XYZ series, as there was absolutely no room. The series was rushed to the finish. Interviewer. I did not watch here we're getting on to the big stuff. I didn't watch the last episode, so this might be a dumb question, but what happened to Serena's love? Did she and Ash become a couple in the end? Okay, so this is the saying. This is a direct quote from Tetsuya Ujima. So don't be coming at me saying, "Oh, you made this blah blah blah." Look it up. I'll even put the link to this thing in the description. So, because I'm not making this up, and I already know people are gonna start coming at me for this. They didn't become a couple in the episode itself, but the way I ended it is meant to understand that they are going to become one later. Serena tells Ash that she is going to improve herself and then come back again to him. And then she does something absolutely incredible. She's meant to be kissing Ash in the scene, but since the main audience of the show, the main people who watch it are kids, so I couldn't show the actual kiss scene intended. Serena's feet is shown floating upwards. Hence, we can conclude the immersive. This is from the writer who wrote all this in. Hence, we can conclude that immersion is canon. So that is direct. I've already said this, but I wanted to sink it into you guys. That's direct. That's direct evidence from Yajima himself, even though he's not. Actually, he's not the writer. I don't think he is, at least anymore, for the series. But I don't think the future writers are gonna really kind of mess up what he had. So yeah. Let me move on to the final verdict, because we're already stretching the time on this. So the final verdict. The final verdict is, personally, it's not the best time to bring her back in. If Ash wins this league, it depends on how the rest of the journeys goes. If Ash wins the league, I would say sure, bring her back in. If Ash doesn't win the league, that's what I don't know, because I don't know. He's most likely going to win the league, because what would they do with Pokemon after if he didn't win the league? What would happen anymore? It wouldn't be the same. You can't you have this whole build up of Ash going to win the league, but then if you don't have a win, that really doesn't make a lot of sense in what you're trying to do to the series. You can't just go back to having him battle in gyms again. He's already at the top level of Pokemon, of the battling that you could get to. And what would actually be a really cool series, if you're really into adventure, not adventure, but if you're really into battling and all that, this wouldn't be a recommendation for you. But what would really be cool is for Ash just to go exploring a new region with, Serena. And this is what I think is cool, what would be cool, and for him just to be exploring and catching new Pokemon, making new friends, like what he did in the Indigo League. But he just wouldn't really have to focus on battling. He could just relax for a bit and then maybe get back to doing whatever, training again for the Champion League. Or if let's just say he won the league, I'm talking about the Champion League, if you didn't know what I'm talking about. I would say if he won the Champion League, what would he do next? Because he would already be the champion of the quote-unquote the world. And what would he do next? Is that what they would end the series? Is that when they would do something like that? Not do something, but is that what they would start a whole new series or a whole new main character? So yeah, ending my final verdict. Do I think Serena will come back? Near future? Not near future. She's not gonna come back near future. Clement and Bonnie, if you want Clement and Bonnie return, Ash needs to be heading to Lumio City. Because if Ash goes to Lumio City, he's obviously gonna meet up with Clement and Bonnie. And if Clement and Bonnie are in, Bonnie's gonna easily bring up Serena. Clement might bring up Greninja. So I think if they add Clement and Bonnie into the series, there's going to be Ash, Greninja, and Serena hints, because, well, obviously Bonnie wants them to get together, and Clement just wants to. Clement cares about the relationship. He's obviously probably gonna ask too, but like he wants to see Ash Greninja, and he wants to battle Ash Greninja again, and then that's gonna get going about asking what Ash Greninja is. But yeah, but maybe so. Do I think Serena to come in the future? Yes, definitely. Ash will be here in the future. I'm sorry, Serena will come back in the future. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna enjoy the video. It's a remake of my one that blew up, just because I felt like making it again. Plus, once I feel like first off, I feel like I become a better YouTuber and not like. And what I mean by that, it's like not like it's intermediately stopping in sentences and like other stuff. You get what I mean. And I changed my like ideas and stuff, and as people keep commenting on I approve Serena with that one. I've just been thinking, I just need to make an update video on this one. So yeah, before I end this, I'm gonna read the quote: "The fear can become brave." Serena used to be really afraid, like not afraid, but she used to be brave, and then at the end of the series, she became brave, as shown by when she was with Marin, and Marin kind of looked up to her. The weak can become strong. That's just the regular quote. The bitter can become sweet. That's just the general. And the crush can become the couple. Meaning, Serena's crush fandom could inevitably become a couple. So yeah, hope you guys enjoy. Make sure, like always, we're on the road to 60 subs by the end of March, and we're on the road to 100 subs by the end of the year. Make sure. So this is the part I always mess up for some reason. I always mess this part up. I go through the whole video fine, and I always mess this part up. Make sure to turn notifications on to see my future videos. Make sure to like the video if you guys enjoyed the video. And yeah, have a great rest of your day and night, guys. And peace, everyone.